Hello, this is just a really quick message. I'm here with my friend, Little Boy.
Hello. Why am I texting? I can talk.
Yeah,
I'm gonna drop my lap.
this is a new series that I'll be doing on this channel. It's gonna be called the Creepypasta series, basically, the Animal Jam Creepypastas. I got inspired by some stories, my
A pickle. I love pickles.
and Little Boy. I don't want to share her name because I don't know where the
Little boy!
Little Boy! Oh boy! Little Boy gave me
I literally changed
ideas for this,
my name.
and she edited the video for me and got some sound effects. So a huge thanks to her. Her download link, her YouTube link will be down in the bottom below. If you like this, leave a like. If you want to see more, subscribe. Comment any other suggestions for future creepypastas that I can make. Yeah, leave your thoughts on this one below. What else should I add? What did I do well? What didn't I do so well? Subscribe to Little Boy. Obviously, as I already said, her channel link will be in the description. So thank you for listening, and I hope you enjoy this story. Bye. Have you ever went to your den or someone else's and pressed the screen on the Animal Jam Beta TV? It comes up with normal stuff like a smoothie and more. Well, have you ever found the static screen? No? You are lucky you haven't. Unfortunately, I witnessed what hell Animal Jam could create. Here is my story. Well, it was another normal day, and I had just logged onto Animal Jam after an exhausting hour of shopping with my mum. She had gotten me a 3-month membership gift card since mine had run out on the past month. I did all the normal business like entering the code and redoing my animals' looks. I then went to my den and started decorating the fantasy castle den. I went through my items and found a beta TV which I did not have before. I put it in my den and I found it cool that I had a den beta. I put it in and left my den, simply meeting up with my buddies and playing some games. Eventually, after about 45 minutes of playing games with my buddies and chatting to them on Skype, my friend told me and my other friends a story about the hack from the beta. She told us that towards the end of the beta testing era of Animal Jam, AJHQ was hacked and a lot of glitched items were sold in store, giving people who unluckily bought the innocent looking items given a harsh virus on their computers. AJHQ managed to fix this soon after it happened, and managed to delete most of the new glitched items. Yes, I said most. Unfortunately, some items were left, like the Cammy's frog and the old beta TV. It appeared in your den items randomly and looked innocent, but after you put it in your den and left it, it changed. For example, the beta TV changed to being old and cracked. If you tried clicking it, all it shows was a static screen. Apparently, from gemmers that have supposedly had this item, something creepy to happen to them afterwards. But anyone who asked them will never get a straight reply. It was always different from each one of them. One thing was the same about all of them. They all had red eyes. I told my friends what had happened earlier that morning after I went shopping. They thought I was just joking and simply trying to creep them out and scare them. I denied it, of course, but they would not listen. I kept telling them persistently that it was real and I had got the TV. But in the end, one of them said, "If you're gonna lie to us like that, then we might as well leave." Unfortunately, they all agreed and left me on my own. I was upset, but I stayed on Animal Jam, not wanting to leave. My mum had left earlier for work as they had called in a sick worker and needed a replacement for the job. They promised to pay her for it and she agreed. I was left with my older brother, Ryan. I was freaked out by my friend's story, but curiosity killed the cat, didn't it? I went to my den to check the TV. I looked at the result and almost screamed. I clamped my hand over my mouth. The TV really was cracked and it had cobwebs on its corners and sent electric shivers down my spine, visibly making me shake. I moved my mouse shakily and clicked the TV. Nothing happened. I tried again. Still nothing. I was getting more confident when I clicked it and a static screen came up. It was not animated. It looked real. I tried calling for my brother, Ryan, but all came out of my mouth was a small squeak. Suddenly, a demonic laugh came from the computer speaker. The scariest thing was that just before I had entered my den, I, me being paranoid, muted all of my volume from my speakers. And I did not have headphones plugged in either. The laugh was demonic and gravelly. It sounded like the devil himself. Nothing to the TV screen happened, and the laugh suddenly stopped. "You're afraid, aren't you, Melissa?" said the voice, clearly sounding amused. "How did you know my name?" I stammered shakily. "I know everything about you. Speaking of which, I can see you." I gasped. I didn't reply. I was simply too scared to. I covered my camera with my hand. "Don't try to hide from me, Melissa," said the voice in a sing-song voice. Then, what it said next surprised me. "Would you like to see me, Melissa?" asked the voice. I still did not reply. Then, suddenly, the Animal Jam logo changed. It turned black with blood oozing slowly from the letters. It was suddenly locked out. The home screen where you logged in changed completely. Liza was now simply a corpse on the floor. Greeley's paw was lying severed straight from his body. The friendly-looking fox's head was on the floor, one eye opened. I did not want to see the screen any longer. I tried clicking the X button on the tab in the browser. It simply did not work. I tried unplugging my computer and turning off the monitor, but nothing happened. I decided there was only one thing for it. I typed my password in slowly, character by character. The loading screen was like the beta days, but instead of the world turning, it was Liza's head. One eternity later, I was transported to Jamar. I mean, it was not really Jamar, it was the hell version. Corpses were lying everywhere I looked, and blood splatters covered the remains of the melancholy buildings. Jam-up furniture was burnt down completely, and clearly animals burned down with it. Suddenly, the icon of someone coming into my den appeared, catching my eye. I reluctantly clicked it, and it was taken into not my den, but simply a black area. No loading screen, no nothing. But there, sitting in the empty abyss of blackness, sat the TV. It was brand new, unlike the other items, and the TV, before I clicked it, expecting a static to come on. Instead, an animal. It was my animal, but a bit smaller because of the TV size. My animal's eyes was blue, but this one's, they were simply blood red. Not only that, but they looked realistic. The snow on its antler flickered different colours, from the original white of snow to the dark grey of the black spiked collar to the green of dead grass. It eventually settled on a deep blood red. "Hello, Melissa," the fox said. "Hi," I replied, shaking. "I need to be set free, and you can help me with that," it said, evilly teasing me. I was about to say, "What do you mean?" when it grabbed my animal with enormous strength and reeled me in. As my animal went through the glass of the beta TV, I saw other images of bloody animals. One that I particularly remember was a tiger with crimson matted fur. One eye was open, but another was sliding out. The tiger was familiar, and I recognized it as Wretched Jungle. I gasped as the image flickered by to another one, this time with an owl. The owl's eyes were missing and its head hanging off by final bits of feather and skin. It flickered by again and a voice said, "Hello, Melissa." Suddenly, everything stopped. I was in the same room, and I walked my character around. I found a huge sheet of glass. I walked my animal towards it and found, with my horror, that I was now inside the TV. And whatever was inside earlier, my clone, was up there. "Bye-bye now, Melissa," it hissed. "Oh, and watch out, my pet is hungry, and you are its next meal." My animal seemed to be controlled and walked back into the end of the room without my power or controlling. I saw a huge, colossal black shadow, and it raised something sharp. My screen went black, and I heard the sound of a blade and a violent impact on the ground. I heard a demonic sound of bones crunching and blood dripping. A voice came out saying, "This is what really happens in the beta TV."